What's up, everybody? Whoa. It's a good thing we can cut shit.
Yeah.
Oh, man. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Spliff Talk. Anubis here. I'm here with a special guest, Omar.
What's up? How y'all doing?
He's been one of my close friends since I moved to Jersey. So today we're going to talk about some stereotypes between Hispanic households and parents when it comes to weed and, you know, talking about weed and smoking weed. So, your mom, she doesn't approve?
Oh no, my mom does not approve my weed at all, bro. Oh my god. I remember the last time she caught me smoking weed, bro. I was too lit. She walked up in the room, you know, she just got her hair done.
Yeah, I know
she
your
had
mom.
like the rolos and shit. Like,
Yeah.
oh my god. She was like, Omar, ¿pero qué tú haces? ¿Qué esta mierda, coño, eh? I was like, oh my god. I had the weed all over the floor, the wraps and shit, all over my bed,
damn.
bro. I was too lit.
Bro.
That's the shit. I'm like, I was yelling at her. I was like, why are you so against weed? There's nothing wrong with weed, bro.
It's funny because I've never had those problems.
Right.
I've never had, so I like hearing about other people's like experiences with their parents finding them smoking and things like that, because it was never really like that for me. Since I started smoking, my mom's known that I smoke.
Right.
You know, I couldn't keep that from her. She used to smoke. She doesn't smoke anymore, but she used to. So it was very hard to keep that from her. So she was just like, fuck it. Like, if I'm going to smoke, it better be in the house type shit. You know what I'm saying? Better not be out there smoking with no random people and shit like that. So, you know, so I smoked in the house. So I never had to deal with anything like that. You know what I'm saying? So, like, when I hear people's, like, stories and their struggles with trying to hide weed, like, I know people, like, in their 30s still trying to hide weed from their parents.
For real?
Like, scared to death. Like, parents pull up in the driveway, they're throwing shit in the other one, just getting rid of shit, just fuck this. Bro, people get scared when their parents come around, bro. And I've never had that experience. And I've never had to, like once probably, the first time I smoked. I've talked about that story. There's the only time.
And your mom was Puerto Rican, right?
Yeah, I was Puerto
she is
Rican.
Puerto Rican.
I was Puerto Rican, yeah.
It's crazy because, like, you know, the Puerto Rican ladies, they be wilding out the most.
Yeah.
And it's like half and half between Dominicans and Puerto Ricans. So, like, you know, I don't know why my mom gets like that. We had this conversation so many times. And, like, I told her my opinion about weed. And, like, you know, like, it goes like the other ear. She's like, no matter what, she's always in the right. So I'm like, you know, I'm going to just, every time I smoke now is either usually with friends or, like, outside.
Yeah. And that's the thing. When I was living in Mass,
Right.
I lived in Lawrence, right? So in Lawrence, there's a big Spanish population, big Puerto Rican and Dominican population. And when weed was getting legalized over there, the parents actually all went out to vote against dispensaries being, you know, in Mass. So they don't go to vote for anything else, but when they start talking about putting weed in the communities, that's when all the parents went out and we were like, no dispensaries.
That's when, like, they start bringing out the picket fences and signs and shit like that, saying, "No, we against weed."
I don't understand that, bro.
It's the devil.
I don't understand that, bro, because there's so many worse things out there than weed.
Exactly,
you know?
like crack.
And let's not forget that a lot of people in our households are addicted to alcohol and other shit. So you know what I'm saying? To put such a bad stereotype on weed is just makes no sense. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like,
that's the funny thing though, because, like, I prefer smoking than alcohol. Because, like, for me, I don't want to become an alcoholic. To be honest. My family has been an alcoholic for years. I'm like, I'll try to stay away from that shit. I was like, you know what? I found my best friend right here.
Yeah.
And that's all I need.
It's funny because I fucked with weed when I started smoking weed, and when I started drinking for the first time. I liked weed, obviously. I still love weed more than alcohol, but I do enjoy my alcohol. But at first, it was a little weird for me because I do got people in my family with, alcohol problems and shit. Right. So I was like, I don't want to end up like them and shit like that. So, it's a touchy thing, alcohol. You know what I'm saying? Because you can have fun with it, or you can just fucking destroy yourself with it.
Exactly. But I only got drunk twice in my life, and the first 2 times was chaotic. Real? One time, it was me with my high school buddy at the time, right? Mm-hmm. And then we was just getting drunk as much. We was mixing Henny with soda and other shit, right?
Yeah.
And then next thing you know, we just started doing a drunk pillow fight, and then next thing you know, we ended up going to fucking New York playing fucking tag and shit.
That's how you know motherfuckers is drunk. You got grown niggas pillow fighting off the liquor, right? Yo, you got grown men pillow fighting off the liquor, bro.
Everybody in New York, even the cops, was like, "What y'all doing?"
Oh man.
And we ended up losing one of my friends. We lost him. He was all the way on the other side and shit. And I was like, "Where were you, my nigga?"
How you get lost in the first place?
How you get lost?
Bro, nah, bro. But back to this whole getting off track a little bit. The whole Hispanic family and weed thing. I've seen some ladies scared to death of weed. They literally think it's crack. Literally. And it's scary to think like that because there's so many medicinal benefits to weed that they don't know about just because they demonize it on the spot. And I feel like if a lot of... Damn. Yo, you got a lighter, bro? I think that one just died on me. But like I was saying, if a lot more, and not just only Hispanic families, I'm just saying Hispanic families because that's we're all Hispanic here in this room. That's what we grew up around. And in Hispanic culture, for some reason, if you don't listen to the parents,
you're gonna get that ass.
You've been raised by the devil, basically. You're a demonic person. If you have anything to disagree with your parents, your parents disagree on anything, you were brought up by the devil. You possessed. You got some demons in you and shit like that.
They're gonna try to make you go back to church.
Yeah, this is wild, bro. Yeah, I'm not gonna. Yeah, don't get me started on that church subject, bro.
It's not. To me, I'm church is one thing, but I just can't sit down for 2 hours and listen to some man talking about how great God is and stuff. I'm I'd rather hear it from him. That's what I'm saying. Because it sounds different when you actually hearing it from him, not some random priest.
I understand it. I was on that path for a little bit. I don't regret it, but I'll never go down that road again. It was too dark for me.
I did that for my first communion. I did it for my mom's, not for me.
Yeah.
So I got that thing on the way, and then she wanted me to do the other thing where you get married in the church. I forgot the name of it.
I don't know the name of it either. I don't care to know the name of it. Not even gonna lie. But that's another thing too. You bring up weed in the church, that's it. You out.
They gonna kick you out.
Either gonna kick you out or they gonna try to exercise you or some shit throwing holy water or some shit. They gonna bring you in the back, start putting the oil drizzling on your forehead and shit like that, bro.
Give you that little fake ass bang.
Yeah, that little bread. Eat the bread, eat the body. Yo, I'm telling you, bro. They be doing some extra shit, bro. Extra shit, bro. Just for some weed, bro.
There was a little kid that it was his first time giving bread, right? And this little kid goes, he was like, "But ¿dónde está el salami?"
No shit.
Pero dame mantequilla también.
That's fucking hilarious, bro. That's funny as hell, bro. I got like my whole family is on that whole wave, and well, not my entire family, because there's people that say they are and they're not really on the, and then I don't know, I stay away from them.
Yeah.
And they know I smoke weed, so I'm gonna smell like weed. I went in my aunt's house with weed one time, bro. When I moved back over here in the summer, I stopped in my aunt's house and I had that Left 4 Dead bag had that bag, but I had 2 ounces in there from Massachusetts
Right.
that I bring over. So we stopped in my aunt's house, and like, that's a place where there's no smoking inside. So if you bring weed into a place that there's no smoke smell touching it or anything like that, the smell's a lot more potent, especially to people with noses that don't smell weed too often. So I'm sitting in there, and the more I move the bag, the more I just get a huge like whiff of the weed smell and shit like that. And like, my aunt, she comes inside, and her immediate reaction is, who has it? Who has it? And I'm like, oh shit. And I was like, yeah, it's me. It's in my book bag and shit. She's like, oh, well, can you go outside with that? It just, I went outside. I went to her alleyway, and I smoked like 4 L's in her alleyway. I was like, fuck that shit, bro. Hell no. But it's crazy because her husband smokes.
You say, I'm gonna smoke this shit anyway.
Yeah, fuck yeah, bro. I was in a car ride for like 4 hours. You think I wasn't gonna smoke no fucking weed when I got back over here?
Done the same thing. Come on now.
I even smoked in the hotel. I just ordered a smoking room, like if you smoke cigarettes, and I just smoked weed in the room with my brother.
That's lit though.
But I was paranoid. I was going to the little peephole, making sure like no room service or nobody was like out there, and I'm like, I would hear one little like noise outside, and be like, oh shit, shit, they coming. But that was, bro, that was hilarious because then my mom came outside and she caught us in the alleyway smoking, and she was like, you guys fucking smoking in the alleyway? What the fuck you doing? I was like, shut the fuck up, you blowing our fucking cover. Get the fuck out of here, bro.
She doesn't care about you smoking weed, you say, right?
No, my mom, no. She can't stop me even if she wanted to. You know what I'm saying?
That's like one thing like I always knew about your mom. She's like so kick back and laid back. She's mad friendly to everybody though.
To everybody else, yeah.
Oh.
But when nobody else is in the house, she's a whole different person, trust me.
Oh no.
But she never really got on my ass too much about smoking weed, nothing like that. It was always pretty chill with her. But everyone else in the family and shit like that, like, and all my friends and shit like that would try to smoke, that's where I see all this shit coming from. And from my older brother Lucifer, his parents, like,
right,
because we have the same father, but he grew up with his mom. I grew up with my mom, and shit. His mom, bro, I can only imagine what would happen if she found an eighth in his drawer when he was fucking. Well, he didn't start smoking until he was in his 20s, but if he started smoking earlier and she found an eighth in there, I couldn't imagine what the fuck would have happened. And that house would have blown the fuck up, bro. There would have been oil all over his room, holy water in his mattress, bro. All that shit. Shit is crazy, bro. Parents be wild, bro. They don't understand what they be doing sometimes.
I don't know what that. It's like harmless to me. Like, it does no effect to humans, and it's used for medicine.
Yeah.
Like, what do we have to do to get the message through your head?
So your mom, she knows you smoke, or she just doesn't like want you smoking near her and shit like that, or she just doesn't like you told her you stopped or something.
My mom, I had to lie to my mom. I told her that I stopped smoking weed. You know, I said I'm gonna get my life together, which I have been, but like, you know, I still smoke.
Just because you smoke don't mean your life ain't together.
Exactly, you know? But like, you know, that one time she caught me, I'm like, to that day, I'm gonna just smoke outside, smoke with my boys, and you know, even if I do smoke, I always have like a pack of cologne with me, just in case.
And that's the thing too, like a lot of first time smokers, they don't understand how strong the smell actually is.
Yeah.
Because I've heard a lot of stories of people talking about they smoked in their house and, you know, they got caught, and I'm like, well, that's your problem. You smoked in your house. You're smoking in a place that doesn't have any smoke in the air or nothing like that. So anybody that steps into your house is obviously gonna smell that shit lingering around. I'm like, if you want to smoke in a place and really want the smell to be out, you gotta give it hours of airing out, and that's if you secured the room that you're in so the smell doesn't leave that room. Like, you gotta put towels underneath the door, you know, so it doesn't go underneath the fucking crevices and shit like that. You gotta make sure that your walls aren't too thin either, because if you got thin ass walls, the smell is just gonna seep through anyway. You know what I'm talking about? Vents, all that shit. It you know, is a factor in people smelling the weed. Exactly. But like, that's why I just don't care. I just do it right. I wait till people say something about the smell. Like when I move into a new place, I just smoke and I wait until people say anything. No neighbors, nobody says anything. I'm just keep smoking in the house.
Just gotta do what you gotta do.
Like my last place though. Oh my God, bro. I had to walk outside and walk around the block every time I wanted to smoke. Like not stand outside, but walk around the entire block. You know why?
Why?
Because my landlord lived in the 2 floors that were above my apartment. So he was those old ass motherfuckers that, like, I don't know what he does for work, but he's always around. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
All day, 24/7. Motherfucker is spying on everybody like a hawk. Bro, like, trying to, like, peep through windows.
Must
like,
during the wintertime,
like,
though.
bro, and then... So we can't even stand on the porch to smoke. So we gotta walk around the block.
What?
So when it was dead cold outside, bro, and wanted to smoke, we'd have to walk around the whole block with rain, fucking snow, wind and shit. But in the middle of the night, what me and my brother Sammy would do is we would wait until everybody's asleep in the building, and we would light a candle in the room, and we would smoke in the room. And we would turn the air conditioner on to, you know, filter out the air and shit like that. And we would just spray like crazy and then go to bed. And by the time we woke up, you know, the smell would be gone. And that's what we would do. And the last, like, 2 days that we were in that house, we didn't give a fuck. We just smoked in that house. Like, we knew he was mad as shit, bro, but we didn't give a fuck, bro.
My boy was like, I had to get my blunt in.
Yeah, bro. I was like, fuck that, bro. Because the thing is, it got to a point, too, where he was just getting disrespectful, too. Talking about, like, because we smoked weed, he was one of those old school Puerto Rican dudes.
Right.
So, because we smoked weed, that meant that we weren't doing shit with our lives. That we were just there, not doing nothing. That we were, like, low lives from the block type shit just because we would smoke weed.
So, you're just going to judge someone over that?
Exactly. Like... Not taking into account, we both got jobs, we both working, like, bro, have we ever been late on rent? Exactly. No. You know what I'm saying? So that was my one thing that I was just thinking to him, bro. If we such low lives, how come he's never had to ask us for the rent? You know what I'm saying?
He'd probably be like, oh, you had to sell weed just to get your rent money.
But the thing is he used to sniff coke. You know what I'm saying, bro? He's a coke sniffer.
Oh my God.
I'm telling you, bro. He's a coke sniffer. I can't stand this hypocritical shit, man.
You actually saw him, like, actually sniff the coke before? Or
no,
like,
everybody on the block knows him. Because that's
okay.
where I would cop my weed. And I've been around that area for like 6 years already. So I know people on that block. And when we met anybody that we mentioned to on that block where we live, automatically start talking shit about this dude. Because he got in trouble for pulling his dick out in front of a little girl like years ago.
What?
Yeah. They even got a nickname for him too on the block. I don't know what the fuck it is, but he is a heavy coke sniffer. Bro, he got like 2 turkeys in the backyard, a goat. He be feeding that goat some stale ass, old ass bread. I saw them chopping that shit up. It was like they were chopping a fucking, like a tree, like just sawing the fucking bread. That's how fucking rough that bread was. Just mad animals in the backyard. Smells like shit, and he's getting on us for some weed. Mind you, I saw a blunt rolled on his dashboard in his car too.
That would have got me tight, honestly.
But you know, I can't do nothing to him because if I would have smacked him, I would have went to jail. First of all, he got cameras everywhere, and he's like 70 years old. You know, I know he would have pressed charges. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I knew he would have pressed charges.
If that shit would have been viral, the whole world would have been against you.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. And until you know, they dig up his past and find out about that pedophilia shit. You know what I'm saying? Then I'll be alright. Then they'll be like, you know, free Anubis. Free Anubis. You know,
I feel like regardless,
I'll start having, you know, that credit in jail. Like, oh, you took down a pedophile and shit. You know, I'm getting commissary off the racks and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yo. That's one thing that I respect about you. You don't give a fuck. You do whatever it takes to make sure you straight, bro.
Nah, bro. I don't really care what people think, man. It's wild, man. That's why, like, I'm doing this podcast shit and I'm doing my gaming shit. And, you know, I don't really see too many people doing, you know, gaming and weed shit, you know, together, you know. Or there's people that do it, but, you know, it's never gotten the spotlight that it should. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're just trying to rise it up and make sure the whole community is with you.
Exactly. Because it was a heavy debate first. It was, do I want to promote my weed activist side, or do I want to go and pursue my gaming? And I was like, hey, like, why don't I just mix it?
Just do both, yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Why don't I just incorporate both into one?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Or do both and, you know, just ride it out.
And, you know, you do any live stream gaming on Twitch?
Right now, no. But when I do stream, I'm thinking of streaming through YouTube.
Right.
Instead of Twitch, because Twitch has a lot of weird policies, you know, when it comes to, you know, quote unquote drug use on stream and shit, whereas YouTube is a lot more freer with what you can do. So I might take streaming to YouTube instead of going for a Twitch, you know, because I have a Twitch account set up, but I'm not streaming through it right now. I'm waiting till I get a camera so I can, like, you know, face cam. But I think when I do start streaming, I'm gonna stream through YouTube.
I feel like, in my opinion, it's 10 times harder to get recognized on Twitch than YouTube.
Yeah. Right now, Twitch is in a weird place. So it's actually on a decline right now, Twitch.
Really?
Yeah. Like,
So
a lot of people are leaving Twitch.
How does, like, the whole money system work? Is it, like, based on tips, or
it's based on views and donations. So, like, you have to accumulate a lot of of watch time,
right,
to be eligible to get paid. I don't know exactly how many views or watch time you would need, but I also know that a lot of the ways these people get paid too is not only from the watch time or the donations, but from sponsorships as well. Like sponsorships with like G Fuel, Scuff, you know, many other companies. But that's all, like, they get a little bit of money from here, and that's what adds up to make, you know, a decent payout, you know. And hopefully I can get something going with that, so, you know, I can make entertainment my full-time, you know, job, my full-time career. So, you know, I don't have to be working these bullshit ass jobs. You know?
Oh, I'm tired of working, man. I just want to do what I want to do, and then just, like, be free and, like, be stress-free, you know what I'm saying?
Oh. Yeah, man. I mean, is there anything that you're trying to pursue, like, career-wise?
Honestly, like, this is a first time I'm ever gonna announce this. Mm-hmm. So, like, you know, I always wanted to be a professional wrestler.
A professional wrestler.
So, like, for me, I already know how the business goes. Might as well just actually try it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you could. That's actually pretty fire. I haven't talked to anybody that wanted to be a wrestler, bro.
You know our cousin Pito?
Yeah, Pito and Angel.
He's training right now to be a professional wrestler.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, he's in an academy for it.
Oh, so if anything, I'll talk to him and see what the process is like, and then I'll let you know.
All right, that would
be
great.
What I'm saying? Yeah, I forgot that he was doing that too. He's met a lot of wrestlers too, you know. And then Angel, he's actually interviewed or had a web chat with Roman Reigns and some other people too. So It's pretty crazy. Yeah, my cousins, they're big on that, like heavy on that shit, bro. I don't. If y'all met, bro, that's it. It'd be a wrap, bro.
It'll be lit. We'll talk about everything. Not only we'll talk about WWE, but, like, I'll also watch other companies.
Yeah, they do too. Yeah.
And, you know, everybody is, like, competing. You know, it's WWE, AEW, and all that.
Yo, I'm telling you, man. Wrestling is the shit, bro.
I grew up watching wrestling. First person that ever introduced me into wrestling was my dad. And, you know,
my mom did it for me. My mom was very big into wrestling, and that's how me and my brother ended up watching wrestling, because of my mom.
Right.
And then she would show us old clips of, like, Hulk Hogan and all, you know, Macho Man, Randy Savage, Andre the Giant.
She had, like, one specific favorite.
Hulk Hogan.
Hulk Hogan.
That was her ride or die. Like, she was ride or die for Hulk Hogan, bro. Like, she was a stand for that motherfucker, bro. Like, for real. But yeah, Yo, if you get into that shit, bro, that should be crazy, bro. Like, yeah, I can imagine, bro.
I actually have like a couple buddies, that lives in different states right now. We actually want to move somewhere that's like, reliable, somewhere like cheap
good for
to like make sure we straight, and like that way we could start it together.
Texas,
that's where everyone wants to go though.
Texas is a good spot, man. Joe Rogan moved out there too.
Really?
Yeah, bro. It's I know. Regardless of that whole shit that just happened over there with that whole ice shit, what did it just freeze over or some shit? Yeah, regardless of that. No, but Texas is actually, I've heard from a lot of people that it's good. A lot of people are going to Florida too, but I
feel like Florida is more expensive and it's not really reliable to me.
I just don't like Florida. I've been to Florida before. I don't see the hype in Florida.
Once they see the girls in bikinis and stuff, they'd be like, that's the go-to spot.
Yeah, but I'd rather go to Cali for that. You know what I'm saying?
California?
Yeah, I'd rather go to Cali.
My boy, he lives in California. He'd be telling me the crazy stories that be going down there.
Yeah,
the beaches are like 10 times better than Florida. I'm like, you know what? One day I'm gonna visit you, but I'll never live there.
Yeah. I want to go to Cali. Yeah, for real. I don't know if I'd live over there because I love New England, bro. I can't get away from New England. No matter how much I try, New England just pulls me back, bro. That's why I'm not even gonna stay here too long. You know what I'm saying? I'm waiting for that opportunity. Like, hopefully, this gets to a point where, it'll allow me to, go back to New England.
Jersey for me has been okay, but like, I'm just trying to move out of here to see what other opportunities they have here.
Yeah, I feel you. I feel you. Actually, since I've been recording this podcast, me and Lucifer, we've drove around a lot of different parts of Jersey, and there's a lot of nicer parts in Jersey that I didn't know existed, but I don't know. It's
missing something.
I don't know. I don't like the Jersey vibe. That's just it. I guess that's it for me. I don't like the whole Jersey vibe mentality. I don't know.
You're done with it. You just want to move out and just experience other things.
Yeah, man. I'm telling you, I keep telling everybody, you're gonna find me in like Ohio or someplace like that someday, man. Delaware.
I have a friend that lives in Ohio too.
Bro, I'm telling you. Man, well, shit, man. Well, this was a pretty interesting episode.
It was. Thank you for having me.
This was actually this is actually our first time chilling in how many years?
4 or 5 years.
4 or 5 years, yeah.
And we just started, bro.
Yeah,
whenever you want me back, just let me know, bro. I got you. I'm gonna give you some support.
I got you.
You're my boy for life, man.
Well, thank you guys for watching, for tuning in. I'll see you guys in the next one. You got a YouTube channel or anything, bro? I'll put what you use Instagram, Twitter, or we're gonna put one of his social medias down in the link. I'm high as hell right now. We're gonna put one of his social medias down in the link.
I knew high, but I'm not.
Look, I'll see you guys next time. All right, let's just cut this shit right now.